All right, so let's take a look-see at Thursday's price action for the morning session. And then after this, we'll go back and take a look at both days for the evening. See what we see. Thursday, ourselves at 9:30 a.m. Okay. Whoa. All right, let's see. What do we have? We have let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Okay. All right, we have a move here to here, went down. Okay, so all this didn't really have much interest, so I think we're on the way down. We'll probably come back maybe down to here. Honestly, not necessarily. For this move, we already came up this much. Tested this fair value gap. Let's see. Let's look at this. It came down. Fair value gap, down. 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 Needed to come back up here to go down there. I think we just plummet, honestly. And the general downtrend. Maybe we do a little pop and drop. But we might not need to. We might not need to. Where are we right now on this area? We're down. So we might actually do a drop and pop. We've got London high. We've already taken Asia high. Let's see. Let's see what the first candle does. Okay, so what does that tell us? I remember now. We rejected Tokyo. This was a very strong rejection. Excuse me. Very strong Tokyo rejection. Honestly, I would need to see what happens here in terms of us trying to fill this, because this is my primary gap. Although that's a decent sized wick too, this one is much stronger. So I'd want to see what happens here. Boom. Can't even. Plus you make it higher. You'd probably go in for the buy. And put your sell here. You don't want to see, it probably will, but you don't want to see it go back down there. Dangerous. Oh, look at that. You're up a little bit. This is still very dangerous. Honestly, you shouldn't even be in this move. Unless you got in from down here. Because this could reject. This could reject. Is already rejecting. This is a weak bearish order block, but the vacuum could be in effect. So you see what happens. Let me try that again. What I'm supposed to say is you want to get in from this area, rejection of Tokyo. Previous day's low as well. That's your sweep, actually. That's your sweep. I think I said I wanted to see it actually reject somewhere around here. No. I want to see it reject. Okay. So it already came up here. So now you want to see it come to the 618. So you probably put your TP here or here. So because you're scalping this, I'll put my TP at the 618 because you know that you're in a general downtrend. So if you're taking this up, and you get stopped. So this goes in the loss column. All right. Learning opportunity. The learning opportunity is you should have been in earlier here, maybe, by the time you get filled in, because you rejected the Tokyo first presented fair value gap, as well as this bullish breakaway gap, as well as this balanced price range. Should have been in from here. You probably get filled in late because it's a 9:30 wick. It could have just happened instantaneously, honestly. I don't remember. If you have the chance, you try to get in and you put your stop loss somewhere down here. And then this becomes your protected low because you can't reach it down there. If you want, you could get in again. I think it's a little dangerous. But like I said, you rejected, so we'll give it a chance. Said we'll give it a chance. There we go. And we'll see. You're up. This is a good, and see, honestly, what you should, my eyes were too wide. My plan was to get up here, but I did not pay attention to the breakaway the breakaway gap here. So this is another opportunity to see how you trail this or you put your TP closer. Because the reality is I can't do this in replay mode when it's printing a whole candle at a time. So whatever. But because we're in replay mode, we're getting in again. So protected low. Boom. Oh, wait. I didn't put my TP. I said 618. Boom, which coincides with the NYPM. So we'll try that again. Press play rather. 0.5 rejection. You want to see that continue to the upside. That's dangerous, but it looks like it's going to go. And you'd hit your TP. There you go. So we pause. Okay, and we score 1 in the win column. There we go. And we also can, actually what we can do is we can take a look at here. Is it here? Oh, I don't know what that is. Ah, there we go. And we can see we're up on the day. 0.43. Okay, that's really interesting. All right, put that back down there. We'll look at that later, maybe. And then we see what's going on. We hit our TP. It's rejecting. Do want to see it reject and come down, but I need some sort of confirmation. This is a macro time. It could continue to the upside, but I want to see it go down. So, left some on the table there, which is okay. But this is actually a really decent move from here, considering you got in late. Should have really been in from this candle, honestly, but nothing wrong with waiting for a little bit of confirmation, especially considering that wick rejection was concerning. But if you got in on this candle here, you're actually in really good position. Even the close of this well, no, the opening of this candle is really good position. Especially since you also printed past the 50% of the tiny gap, but nonetheless. Let's see. There's a lot to like about this trade. Here, 73. Close. Oh, wow. It's a 130-point trade. No one's mad at that. Okay, let's see. NYPM high, as well as, I think that's Asia high. You're looking for the sweep. You're looking for the resweep. Continues. So, okay. Okay, rejection. You want to see where this goes. This looks like it should go down, but I don't think it's ready yet. Okay, that's good. I still don't buy it. Yeah, because that rejection of NYPM is too strong. Goes up, looks for the resweep. Maybe even continues up again. Okay, so that's still bullish. I want to see if this high is protected. So let's see, how do we see that? I'm looking for the turnaround, and it might be there. I would get in here for the sweep, but this could just be a short-term 0.5 rejection to the upside. I might even want to see it take this high and touch the consequent encroachment of this breakaway gap. Honestly, I would need to see this come up here first before I'm interested in another short. Well, then I missed it. Yep, I missed it. That's too bad. It was a 786. Well, it's coming right back up. Let's see how far it gets. Because there is a fair value gap here. And if it rejects this area here, honestly, it could fall from here. But if it gets all the way up here, then this high becomes protected, and this high becomes super protected. And, yep, it's coming back up. It reaches this fair value gap. There is a fair value gap right here that it rejects. Okay, so I didn't see that, but that doesn't mean it wasn't there. As a matter of fact, it is a balance. No, it's not. I don't know what that is. It's just equal highs. It's not anything. But it does hit the IFVG with the interest in coming down. The question is, can it make it all the way? And I think it might. No, because it can't get past this. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. But oh, yes, it does. Wow. That happened a little faster than I expected. I expected that to reject a little bit sooner. Okay. Okay. So that was the move from right here, which is fine. That was a really, really decent move. Okay. I see that now. Okay. This breakaway gap gets demolished. Jeez, if you were in that trade, you made it. Wow. That was beautiful. Now, do you get a carom off of this order block? It has a really weak score, and it's only a 1 minute. So let's see. I say probably not. Maybe a little bit. Not really. There you go. But you're going to that breakaway gap, so I want to see a rejection here. Gosh darn it. I was going to take that too. Alright, fine. I was going to take it right to here, and that would have been a decent scalp. Gosh darn it. Okay. Okay. You know what? Oh, gosh darn it. I was going to take that too. Fine. Okay. See? But now it comes up, oh wow, that invalidates. And then this just melts. Oh, here we go. This could be a decent move. Got into this 15-minute bullish order block. Should reject immediately. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is not a good plan to take anything here. Could chop for a little bit. Well, it's a macro. Okay. This is going to reach the mean order block. That's a really big, oh my. Leave that one alone. That's a strong one. Okay. Oh. And we have this bullish breakaway gap inside. Okay. So if this is that one, oh, and this has the 15-minute fair value gap. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh, we're creating bearish breakaway gaps along the way. This is interesting. That should continue the downside. Okay. Alright, maybe not. Oh, but this is a... Okay, I see. 78610. Or 618 tap, rather. Question is, does it continue? I say yes. And oh. Yes, it does. Okay. SMT. That might continue to the upside. Okay. To the 618. I need to see something. Okay. Oh, you create a bullish order block inside of this. Okay. Oh, and a balanced price range. That's interesting. What happens when you hit the mean threshold of this bullish order block like that and then reject? Okay. You should, at this point, make a lower low. Oh, and you create a bearish order block along the way. That's interesting. Touch it, and then drop. Make a lower low. There you go. IFVG tap, and drop. Lower low. So the reality is, oh, stop that. The reality is, the move was the rejection from here, off of this bearish breakaway gap, or the rejection from here. Oh, you had this. Okay, so that created that, and that created that. So well, yes, but you still could have taken this off the consequent encroachment rejection. That was a good idea. This right here, boom, became protected, further protected. Yeah. There was good reason to take this trade from here, from the 1050 macro. Okay. And honestly, you could have just left that alone. If you had gotten in here, leave that alone. You're done for the, well, you can just trail it. Move your stop. After this high gets created, you could probably, yeah, you could definitely move your stop. I might have just taken profit, honestly. Because if you're getting in, even by the time it rejects, even if you get down to here, 836, yeah, you've made over 200 points. You could just call that. You could even put your TP here at the main threshold of this order block, because that's where it's destined to go. Even if it doesn't want to, even if it acts like it doesn't want to. There you go. TP hit, and then you're done. Or if you want to be ballsy, you can hit here for this bullish breakaway gap within this 15-minute. Or you could just keep trailing it, honestly. Long-term high, intermediate-term high, intermediate-term high. But this is going to shoot up at some point, which is, if it doesn't, because I think somewhere between here might just exactly. So trailing it would be the better idea. What's the score on this anyway? 65? Yeah. Honestly, this could be your low of the day. It might have to go deeper. It looks like it does. It would have to make a higher high than here in order to not protect this low, but that doesn't look like it has any chance of happening at this point. Yeah. It literally could rocket at some point. But it could wick. What'll probably happen is it'll wick down to here. Oh, I see what's going on. I know exactly what's going on. I remember now. Well, this is 1 o'clock actually, so I'm not sure. I think we stayed in this order block for the rest of the day. I wouldn't want to trade in this side of this order block at all, honestly. I wouldn't mind if it did come up here to test this. I wouldn't mind taking this as a rejection. But this price action does not lend. Oh, this is a lot of trend line liquidity now that I think about it. Yeah, this doesn't lend to trading. I mean, it's clearly still in a downtrend, but like each low is going to get taken. But the question is, does it even invalidate this order block at this point? Because it very well could. 145 is a slow grind. Wow. It had totally violated this order block. And balance price range. It's about to get violated, I think. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And this is your bottom. Wow. Yeah, this is your bottom. Make a higher high. Come down to maybe this breakaway gap reject you want to see. You want to see that reject. You have your NYPM. You want to print through, reclaim, reject, and then come back up. You'd want to see that print to the upside. You reject up what you need exactly. You need that. There you go. You need to make a higher high. You do that. Should make an even higher one. You need to see that. There you go. And this should just rocket up. Maybe not rocket, but. So the answer here was you got to the bottom. You rejected the bottom, barely protecting your low. I would have expected it to at least wick into this area. So that's interesting. But that's your bottom of the day. Interesting. Okay. That's what happened. Very well. Okay. And then do you come down to NYPM? Likely. But I expect you to continue to reject it. 0.5. So you're going to have to keep going lower. Maybe 382 test. It should have been done for the day anyway. Walked out with this. Okay, rejection. Yep. Probably nothing else really happens for the day, to be honest. Unless you maybe come back inside. I also need to refresh this because I can't see. Oh, because we're deep inside of it. I forgot that. Okay. And rejection. Okay. It looks like you're still looking to come back down. Yeah, there you go. 305. This would have been an interesting trade, to be honest, but I didn't like trading. I definitely didn't like trading this. And I didn't know how far it would go. But it is a macro time. And I would probably trail it, maybe. Boom. By candle, and I'd be taken out. It would have been taken out. The rejection of the fair value gap is interesting. Is there a fair value gap? I guess is the question there. So I guess you'd say the rejection of this immediate rebalance. That's the right answer. Immediate rebalance rejection. Continued respect of the immediate rebalance. Wouldn't have been able to see this SMT. Honestly, it wouldn't even have mattered. Because you probably don't see the SMT until about this candle anyway. And it's a bullish SMT, which would have made me think we're going up. So bullish, bearish, conflicting signals anyway wouldn't have mattered. What happens now? Where does this macro take us? 115. Oh, this is 330. Okay, so we go down. This bullish breakaway gap gets disrespected, replaces the. Okay, let's see what happens to this 1 minute. Does it get respected? It is respected. Decent trade, actually. Decent trade. You take it. I don't think that continued to the upside. Oh, well, that does. Okay. That would not. I mean, you do continue. You didn't leave, which is interesting. That is interesting. You're still inside the fair value gap, so that's interesting. Interesting. Okay. And then a rejection. So I would not have seen that coming. But it's decent. Having said that, you're in the intermediate term 0.786. It could just fall to could fall. I mean, it could just, you could literally take this to there, maybe, to the opposite, so to the long term, or continue to the upside. Doubtful. Definitely doubtful. You'd have to see this print to the south side of this fair value gap, which doesn't look like you're getting. But you could. But you don't. See what this macro does. Oh, that's why. Okay. So that's why. If you took this, you're sitting pretty. And you sat on the bottom of the order block. Wow. Wow. If you took this trade, oof, even if you got in off the rejection, man, you're sitting pretty. I probably wouldn't, I mean, maybe. But man, that was an interesting trade. Oof. If you're still in that trade, what? You are sitting pretty. Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Well, you have to kill that because it's 4 p.m. anyway. Try the candle at that point. Try to squeeze that as much as you can. 359 get stopped out.